In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with choices. Whether it's selecting a movie to watch, deciding what to eat, or choosing a career path, the sheer number of options available to us is overwhelming. At first glance, having more choices seems like a good thing. After all, freedom of choice is often associated with greater satisfaction and autonomy. However, psychological research suggests otherwise. The paradox of choice is a concept that explains why having too many options can actually lead to stress, anxiety, and dissatisfaction rather than happiness. The more choices we have, the harder it becomes to make a decision. This phenomenon, known as decision paralysis, occurs because our brains are wired to compare and evaluate multiple factors simultaneously. When faced with an excessive number of options, we may become so overwhelmed that we struggle to make any choice at all. Even if we do make a decision, we often experience regret, wondering whether another choice would have been better. This constant second-guessing diminishes our overall satisfaction and leaves us feeling uncertain. One of the key reasons behind the paradox of choice is the fear of making the wrong decision. The more options we have, the greater our expectations become. We start believing that there must be a perfect choice among them, and anything less than perfection feels like a failure. This leads to what psychologists call maximization, a mindset where individuals strive to make the absolute best choice rather than a good enough one. Maximizers tend to overanalyze every decision, leading to increased stress and dissatisfaction, even if their final choice is objectively good. Another significant factor is the concept of opportunity cost. When we choose one option, we automatically forego all others. The more choices we have, the more opportunities we must sacrifice. This can create a sense of loss, making us feel as if we are missing out on something better. This fear of missing out, commonly referred to as FOMO, has been amplified by social media, where we constantly see others making different choices and seemingly living better lives. As a result, our own choices may feel inadequate in comparison. Research has shown that people are generally happier when they have fewer choices. Studies conducted by psychologist Barry Schwartz, who popularized the paradox of choice, reveal that individuals who limit their options tend to experience greater satisfaction and reduced anxiety. This is because making a decision from a limited selection is simpler and less mentally exhausting. When options are fewer, we are more likely to appreciate what we choose rather than dwell on what we did not. One example of this paradox can be seen in consumer behavior. Imagine walking into a supermarket to buy a jar of jam. If you are presented with 6 flavors, you are more likely to make a purchase and feel satisfied with your choice. However, if you are presented with 30 different flavors, you may struggle to decide, and even if you do buy one, you might later feel unsure if you made the best choice. This concept applies to many areas of life, from selecting a romantic partner to choosing a career path. So, how can we overcome the paradox of choice and make better decisions? One strategy is to adopt a satisficing mindset rather than a maximizing one. Satisficers make decisions based on what meets their needs rather than endlessly searching for the perfect option. This approach not only reduces stress but also increases contentment with the choices we make. Understanding that no decision is ever perfect allows us to move forward with greater confidence and less regret. Another way to reduce decision fatigue is by setting personal limitations. For example, if you are shopping for a new laptop, instead of considering every available model, you can narrow your options based on specific criteria such as budget, performance, and design. By doing so, you minimize the cognitive load and make the decision-making process more manageable. Similarly, reducing the time spent deliberating over choices can lead to greater satisfaction. Setting a deadline for making a decision prevents overthinking and promotes decisive action. It's also important to practice gratitude for the choices we make. Rather than dwelling on what we could have chosen, we should focus on the benefits of the decisions we have already made. Gratitude shifts our perspective from scarcity to abundance, allowing us to appreciate what we have rather than what we might have missed. This simple mindset shift can significantly improve overall happiness and well-being. Ultimately, the paradox of choice teaches us that more is not always better. While having options is a fundamental aspect of freedom, excessive choices can lead to stress, anxiety, and dissatisfaction. By understanding the psychological effects of too many choices, we can develop strategies to simplify decision-making, reduce regret, and increase overall contentment. The key lies in recognizing that a good enough choice is often the best choice. Embracing this mindset allows us to navigate life's decisions with greater ease and confidence, leading to a more fulfilling and less stressful existence. If you found this video insightful, make sure to subscribe, like video, and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Let's explore the depths of the mind together.